What's up, everybody? All right, what's happening? There's Jimbo. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it, man. He says, "What's up, Joe? Guitar sounds great. Thanks, man." Take two for this right here, because yesterday was a bad technical glitch in the live feed. So I'm not even using Wi-Fi this time. I'm just I'm just using straight T-Mobile internet if it'll work. I have no idea. So thought I'd play the Zach model today for a little bit anyway. Yes, the other portion. This is the other portion, Jim. That's right. The other portion. Inside joke for me and Mr. Joe. This is just a portion. Just an inside portion here. Let me show you this. This is just a portion. Funny, funny. There's Mr. Bruce Anderson. What's going on, Mr. Anderson? How are you, sir? Thanks for jumping in, man. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. Yesterday was... See, I had no idea. I think I said this on my vlog last night at the beach. Just let me reiterate for a quick second. I had no idea that the thing had flubbed up until I was watching it back. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. So, I had to take it down. Can't leave nothing like that up there. Don't sting me, baby. Oh, yeah. Damn. I had to let that go. Sorry. That's what playing's all about, man. Having some fun, right? See if we got any comments here. I hadn't even checked. Hang on just a second. What's up, man? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, man. I'm sweating in this room already. It's just unbelievable. I hear you, Jim. This is a Jim Guidry original. It's called Freeze On. I need some of that Freeze On. It's hot. Let's hit it with some octaves. That's a good thing, man, that if you doing some making up something, playing some riffs, rhythms and stuff like that, rather, if you throw some octaves in there, it really kind of spices it up. It's not real bland. That's something that I've noticed, for me anyway. So like what I was just doing right there, you know. So that's an E, right? Just doing, you know, I know it sounds kind of like 80s hair metalish or whatever, but I love the way it sounds. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff I like anyway. I don't care for new music. I'm sorry. I just don't. I think it sounds like crap. You know, I sound like an old man. I refuse to listen. No, I gave it a chance. I give stuff a chance and listen to it, but if it does nothing for me, it does nothing for me. You know, I can't, you know, it's like somebody trying to feed you some sushi or something if you don't like sushi, you know, which I've never tried, but it just, the sound of raw fish just sounds nasty to me. Just my opinion. Jim says me too. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so if you're doing stuff like this, you throw in some octave slides. It just kind of adds to the spicier rhythm, you know, which it doesn't have to be this kind of tone. It could be a cleaner tone and it would still work. You know, it helps it out. Like that right there. See, that just spiced that up. You know, if you just do regular chords, that's okay, but still, it kind of gives it that little extra, you know what I mean? There you go. Perfect example of Black and Blue like Eddie did, you know? I mean, it's the same thing. He made a hit out of just doing octaves like that, you know? which Eddie makes hits out of doing anything, you know. Thank you for the thumbs up, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, there you go. Using octaves in your playing like that can really help, you know, with the sliding octaves or whatever. I think that a band that I do like, Foo Fighters, they do that a lot on some of their songs. You know, I thought that was pretty cool. You know, not a whole lot of soloing in that music, but still the songwriting I thought was killer. You know, Foo Fighters. I always enjoyed the Foo Fighters. It actually sounds good to me. You know, but some of this new stuff, man, they can keep that. Yeah, they can keep that, man. I think it helps when you have your volume turned up. Oh man! Oh wait, hang on. TWF says the guitar tones remind him of Whitesnake. Hey, that's cool, man. I love Whitesnake. Jim wants to know, are these EMGs? Yes, they are. Yes, sir, they are. EMG pickups, absolutely. Yeah, Whitesnake. Yeah, they were. I always thought they were badass back in the day, you know. And I liked them when Steve Vai was with them too. I mean, when who was it? Guitar player broke his wrist or done something, and they called Steve Vai to step in. That's right after he got done doing his Passion and Warfare album, I believe. Steve Vai comes in there and learns all the songs, and they're ready to tour in like a week. You know, the brilliance of Steve Vai. My God, but yeah, Steve Vai, unbelievable. I enjoyed Passion and Warfare. I really did love that album. I loved his work in David Lee Roth. I thought that was phenomenal. Um, I did get one of his. Was it Flexible? I think that was his first album that he. It's it's okay. There's a couple of songs that I really like. I think it's called Five Women, and I really like that. Call It Sleep. That's a cool song. I like that. But you can really hear that Zappa influence a whole lot on that album, because that was, you know, Steve Vai was in Frank Zappa's band, of course, for a long time. Uh, Steve Vai is a person that a guitarist I really, really hugely respect, and I love to watch him play. But that's as far as it goes. I love to watch him play because it's amazing. I'm like, my God, but you know, to try to do some of that, I'm like, oh, that ain't happening. Um, But I liked it, like I said, I liked it when he was in Whitesnake, and I've gotten some of his solo albums. Not a lot. Um, Thought it was cool when he had his little stint with Whitesnake. The Deeper the Love, I always thought that was a great song. You know, call me old fashioned, whatever. Thought that was a great song, man. Let's see who else. Yngwie Malmsteen, fantastic guitar player, amazing, amazing. What would you call it? Neoclassical rock and guitar player? Excellent. Excuse me, but Jaden James says he's driving to a job. Be careful, Jaden James. Thanks for jumping in. Oh, hang on, TWF. I'll be right with you, my friend. Yngwie, he's really cool, man. Really amazing player. But he's one of those guys I can listen to for maybe 2 songs, and that's it for me. I'm kind of like, okay, because it's just the over and over, which is cool, and I'm not saying nothing negative about Yngwie at all. He's amazing. And the way he plays, it looks just so effortless, the way he does, man. Actually, I have his book, his audio book, Relentless, and that is a damn good book. I really, excuse me, I really had a different outlook on Yngwie after reading that or listening to that book. It's this audio version. And excuse me, the guy paid his dues, man. He paid his dues, so huge respect to Yngwie, which I've always respected him. I just can't. I can only take so much of that kind of playing, Let's check the chat box here. Oh yeah. TWF 7847. He says Steve Vai toured up on Yankee Rose and Going Crazy with Roth was also amazing. Yes, those were amazing. I don't know what is wrong with me. I apologize. Those are amazing songs, man. I would say Yankee Rose is my favorite from the David Lee Roth solo era with Steve Vai, Billy Sheehan. I mean, have you seen, if you've never looked up clips of them two on that tour, having their solo spots in the show, it's unbelievable. I just happened to come across it maybe a couple of months ago. And I was like, good God Almighty. And it's like him and Sheehan trade off licks and stuff. And Steve kind of heckles Eddie a little bit. He does that little eruption run, where he's doing that run. He does that for a second, and then he goes back to doing this thing. I was kind of like, uh-oh, but it was different back then, man. It was kind of like Van Hagar against Roth. They were, so I can understand why that happened. But Jim says he's eating lunch. What are you having, Jim? Whataburger? I know it ain't McDonald's or Wendy's. I don't think it's Outback either. TWF 7487. I'll check it out, Joe. Thanks. Yeah, man. Yeah, just I don't know how I came across it or how it came across on my feed. I can't remember. I just put in a Steve Vai, Billy Sheehan solo on David Lee Roth tour, or something like that, A light lunch today, Jim says. Light lunch. I got you, man. It's really too hot to eat anything too heavy, isn't it? Man, I don't even know what I'm going to have. My wife's out there watching her show on TV, so I thought I would just go live for a second. But yeah, that is amazing if you look that up. And but Steve Vai is, when I first seen him, before I even knew who he was, and I think this happened with a lot of people like us, man. The first time I saw Steve, I was in the movie Crossroads with Ralph Macchio, and at the guitar duel at the end, which was amazing. I mean, how many people seen that? I saw that. I said, "Holy bleep!" I was like, "Dang!" I was like, "How is he playing like that?" And I like the way that he's playing that Jackson, but they have the name off the headstock. It's just blank, which I didn't pay attention to that back then. And I think that movie came out in, what was it, like 86? So I haven't been. That was when I got my guitar. Was the or was it 87 that movie came out? I can't remember, but I hadn't been playing long at all. Let's see, I got my guitar Christmas Eve of 86. So let's see. I probably actually saw the movie probably about 87 or 88 when it came to cable television. That's probably when I seen it. And so I've been playing, but maybe a year and a half. And I saw that movie. And I've got that movie. I can, what, 4 or 5 times over the years. I finally have it on digital, through Amazon, so I can watch it on my device or whatever. That is one of my favorite movies. You mentioned Crossroads to somebody now.
Oh, you talking about Britney Spears?
No, no, no. I'm not talking about that. If I'm talking Crossroads, it's going to be the movie Crossroads with Ralph Macchio or Eric Clapton's Crossroads. Daniel Hall's in the house. Daniel Hall, please report to the office. Daniel Hall, please report to the office. Break it down, Daniel. Okay, pull over. So, anyway, welcome, Daniel. Welcome. TWF 7487. I watched Crossroads so many times I wore out the VHS tape. That was the same here, my friend. I watched that thing over and over. I was just so amazed by the ending sequence with that head cutting duel, and because there's always that big myth that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil, made a deal at the crossroads, right? And he ended up dying. They don't know if he was poisoned, if he was murdered, whatever. I don't know. Who knows? But thank you for the thumbs ups, people. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. TheJoeWantsProject.com. Check there for your t-shirts and other apparel now. Boop. Oh, sorry for that shameless plug there. Yeah, man. I got another one of these shirts coming. I ordered it the other day, but it's the sleeves are green. So I just wanted to see what that would look like. So that's coming soon. So stay tuned to the channel to look what's for another episode of What's in the Package. So I just told you what's going to be in it, but for those who didn't watch, maybe it'll be a surprise. Anyway, back to the movie Crossroads. I love that movie, and oh man, what's her name? The girl. Well, she's a grown woman now. Oh man, I can't believe I can't remember her name. Thank you, Daniel. He says he loves the guitar. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, my friend. How you liking that Black Star? How you like that Black Star Mini? How you liking that? Excuse me. I can't remember what her name is. But she was in a bunch of 80s movies. She was in The Lost Boys and stuff like that. I'm drawing a blank on her name, but she was in that movie. And Daniel says he loves the Black Star. That's awesome. Yeah. That was nice, wasn't it, Daniel? That was nice, man. Cool. I'm glad you like it. So I watched the movie, and then, of course, like I said, when I got to the end and it had that, scene. And do you know that Mr. James Lyle says she was in Twister as well? Yes, she was. She was. She played like the ex-girlfriend or to Bill Paxton or something. She was like the ex, or no, she was supposed to be the new wife. Helen Hunt was the ex. I think they worked together, something like that. Excellent movie, Twister. I hate Bill Paxton. Rest in peace, man. Damn, he's a great actor. Anyway, I love the part in Crossroads where Ralph Macchio he says that's awesome, Daniel. Awesome, man. I like when they're at the crossroads and that, who comes up there, he's all dressed in black. I guess it's supposed to be the devil or whatever. But I believe that gentleman was one of the little rascals. If you look at his teeth, look at his face, I said, man, is that what's his name that played in the Little Rascals? That's who it looked like to me. I could be wrong. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch that scene where Ralph Macchio and Willie Brown are at the crossroads, and they're talking to the devil or whoever. That's who I took it to be. And he says, Willie Brown says, "My time is up. You need to tear up this contract." He goes, "I ain't tearing that up. That contract's still valid, Willie Brown." Legba, that was his name, Legba, and and he said, "Unless you got something to offer." He looked at Ralph Macchio, aka Karate Kid, and Willie says, "Don't do it." Ralph Macchio says, "I don't believe in none of this shit anyway, so yeah, you got me too." I thought that was fun. I said, "Damn, he's calling him out right there." And then Legber says, "I can get us there real fast." And then all of a sudden they're at that head cutting deal. Now, if that would have happened, I'd have been out. I'd have been like, "Oh no, how did we get from point A to point B just like that?" I would have been gone. I was like, "This guy ain't playing." Oh man, that was funny. But yeah, then it got to where they did that, and when Steve Vai took that jacket off and he got his guitar back, I said, "Uh-oh." It was on then. I've actually seen a guy, what is his name, on YouTube? He breaks that stuff down, man. On those Steve Vai licks on that head cutting duel, he actually breaks it down and shows like the picking techniques, and he plays it. I can't remember his name. I see, man. I can't remember nothing anymore. But he actually breaks it down and talks. It's got a bunch of views on it. Troy Grady, that's his name. It just popped in my head. So look on YouTube for Troy Grady. He breaks down certain playing and picking techniques for like the Steve Vai, the Crossroads. I think, wasn't that called like Eugene's Trick Bag or something? Something like that. Maybe not. I don't know. Cause Steve Vai was what, Jack Butler, right? So it's got all that stuff. He breaks all that stuff down and plays it with great camera angles on his guitar and stuff. He breaks down like playing styles of Yngwie, Eddie Van Halen, Eric Johnson, Troy Grady. Look him up on YouTube. I don't think he's put nothing out in a while, but the stuff that he has done with the guitar stuff is unbelievable. Michael Angelo Batio, he does something about him too, and he talks about different, how you got I can't really recall, up and down picking or something, outside picking, and then how you have your pick angled and all this stuff. Hey, Senator, what's going on, man? I can't really recall exactly what all he was talking about, but he gives great advice, and he nails it when he plays those licks, man. TWF says 748 says, "Is that Denner? John Denner?" Am I reading that right? Because at first I thought you said John Denver. John Denner plays Eruption with one hand. Now, am I reading that correctly? I'm just curious. Kind of like, huh? I've never heard of that. But if that's the case, I'll look that up, man. I'll look that up. I saw a video of okay, he says yes. Okay, man. Yeah, I'll check that out. I think it was I don't think it was on YouTube. I think it was on Facebook that this this lady posted a video of her son. Bless his heart. He I guess his arm got amputated or something. He had a prosthetic arm, and he was able to still play guitar. I was like, oh my God. It was just stuff like that amazes me. How people, it just goes to show you, if you have the heart and drive to do it, you can do it if you really want to. I mean, have you seen the people on Facebook that are playing guitar with a guitar laying down and they're playing with their feet? How in the hell are they doing that? I mean, they're doing it. I mean, I'm seeing the video when I watch it, and I'm like, what? And they're playing with their feet, their toes, and it's just amazing. I'm like, God almighty, this guy plays better with his feet than I can play with my hands, It's just unbelievable. Let's see who else. Uh, Somebody that was I've seen a couple of videos of some blind kids, you know, playing guitar. There was this one young man. He was probably, I don't know, 10, 12. Yes, TWF 74. I'm getting ready to get to that. Yes, sir. I'm getting ready to touch on that. Thank you for saying that, 'cause I'm getting ready to touch on it. Yes, and this little fellow was playing. He was blind, and he was playing some blues, and it was just, and he was singing too. And got some choppers going overhead. Oh Lord! Everybody, get on the ground now. Come out with your. You can hear them, man. I don't know if they're doing maneuvers or what's going on. They're low too. And that little kid was Daniel Hall. They're coming, Joe.
All right, let's get out there. Hands up, let's go. 10 4, well, we kind of up here, go. On the ground, on the ground.
And so that little boy was playing blues and singing. And again, TWF 7487 brought this up. Jeff Healey. Jeff Healey, amazing. I didn't know until a couple of years ago that he had passed away. I thought he was still living. I didn't know he passed away. But amazing. You know, I remember his big hit Angel Eyes when that came out on the radio, and I said, man, that is a beautiful song. You know, I've tried to cover it on here on my channel. If you scroll back, way back, I did it. I did it for my wife, and I had to look up how to play it because I was like, what is going on? You know, there's some pretty good changes on there. Oh, James Law said he just looked up John Denner. He just looked it up. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, man. Daniel says, yes, you did do that tune. Yeah, it's a while back. It's probably, I don't know, maybe close to a year ago or probably right at a year, I'm guessing. Uh, just look on my channel or just search on YouTube, Joe Wentz, Angel Eyes, you know, whatever, it'll come up. And I've always loved that song. And then, of course, when Roadhouse came out with Patrick Swayze, Jeff Healey was in that movie with his band. You know, um, uh, ain't that something? A blind blues guitarist playing in a uh, dive bar with a lot of violence, you know. And but yeah, he was amazing. I love Jeff Healey, man. He was just phenomenal guitar player. Just unbelievable. There's a lot of stuff with him on Facebook that's going around right now of him playing different things. And I saw a video of him and Steve Ray Vaughan playing together. And I never knew that. I never knew that they played together. Uh, so it was really cool to see that. I was like, whoa, check that out, you know. Uh, Steve Ray Vaughan, another amazing guitar player that went away too soon, way too soon, because of that helicopter crash. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If you know, I'm just going by what I vaguely remember. But if I recall correctly, Eric Clapton and some of his band members were supposed to be on that helicopter, and I think something happened at the very last part of that, and Stevie Ray got on with a couple of other people, and Eric Clapton waited. It's kind of like in the movie La Bamba, you know, where they say the day the music died when, what was it, Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and uh, Buddy Holly got killed in that. It kind of mirrors that a little bit, kind of sort of. It's kind of scary, you know. But again, if I remember correctly, when that helicopter took off with Stevie Ray in it, it was like real foggy or something. It was real foggy, and the guy went up and he thought there was a mountain. They were right there at some mountains, and he went and he thought he had cleared the mountain, and he went and he smashed right into the mountain because it was so foggy. It's like, my God, I still remember that. And something I've been watching a lot the past couple of days, and I guess it's because I got the audiobook, is about Prince. You know, how Prince, or how he passed away, you know, which is sad. I've always been a huge Prince fan. James Lyle says, lesson of the day, do not change your ride home. I tell you, man, I think it was just fate, you know? I mean, I'm sure he rode in helicopters plenty of times and planes and all that stuff and just thought it was just another ride, you know? He was probably, you know, I don't know, man. It's sad. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff about Prince lately and how frail and stuff he looked toward the end of his life, a couple of days before he passed away. Yeah, man, I think we all kind of put one and one together on that deal. He was on some heavy duty painkillers and stuff. You can look up some of those stories on YouTube as well. That's where I got it. It was like a special that was on HLN, I think last year or something, or it's like what really happened, the Prince story, you know, something like that. Very interesting though. But man, he made a lot of music. I didn't realize that he had made that many albums. I think it said, don't quote me on this, but I believe it said that he was in the music business for like, was it 39 years, and he made 39 albums, something like that. I believe that's what it said. And not to mention all the music that he still has in his vault at Paisley Park. There's still hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of recordings that are still in that vault. Are they going to release it? Are they going to make albums out of it? Personally, I think eventually they will. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the only person that was still alive for his estate was his sister. Now, whether he left that to his sister and all, I don't know. I don't know if he had a will or whatever. But it's going to be interesting to see, you know, is Paisley Park going to turn into something like Graceland? You know, are they going to turn something into that where people can go visit Paisley Park like they do in Memphis? Kind of makes you wonder. I've always wondered myself, but I don't know. I don't know. It depends, I guess. You know. Yes, Jim. Senator Jim sent me a message and was wanting your contact number. So I guess it's cool if I give it to him. I guess you and Jim have already talked, so I'll send him that if it's cool with you. You know, I just don't. Boy. I hope this doesn't mess up on the playback. God almighty. Hey, Charlie S. Man, why does my signal drop? I don't understand that. I've went 47 minutes and the signal dropped. I don't get it. Oh, TWF 7487. He was blown away when he seen Kenny Wayne Shepherd live. Yeah, he's amazing. Amazing guitar player. Charlie S is in the house. Hello, Charlie. Daniel Hall says he loves YouTube. Yeah, you got to really love it when you're trying to stream live and your signal is gone, you know? It's like, really, man? It's amazing. So, see, that's what aggravates me because I have no control over that. If it drops or wants to drop, and I see I done lost all them people. Hopefully they'll come back. And hopefully this video doesn't get out of sync like it did. Anyway, just in case it does that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up now because I don't want to have a whole nother 30 minutes of me talking. You can hear the audio and then this. I mean, that's just that's what happened yesterday. I went and looked back. I said, "What? That boy on heroin. He on heroin. Call the police."
Okay, sir. Come out of here with your hands up.
I mean, I don't need none of that. It wasn't down but a couple of seconds. Daniel says, "Yeah, but when I try to reconnect, that's where things get messed up. Now that it's live right now, it's gonna look okay. But when everything gets processed and I watch it back, that's gonna be the ultimate test. Is everything going to connect like, or is it going to be out of sync?" That's what happened yesterday. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs ups and everything else. I'm going to go ahead and check out before any more damage is done on this live feed. Thank you very much. Hey, TWF7487, thank you, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for being here and everybody. Thank you, Jim Guidry, James Lau. Thank you, Daniel Hall, Center, Jim Guidry, Bruce Anderson. Thank you. Thank you for being here, fellas. Thank you very much. Who else is in here? Jennifer Aniston. Thank you, darling. I'll call you later. Thank you, Daniel. He says, be safe. Have a great one, Center says. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. Until then, we'll see you in the next video. This is Joe for Joe Wins Project. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.